we befriended kind of close with Bishop Jakes. And we decided in one of the times he was there, it was going to be his birthday. I was able to convince my mother to let me drive her car as I didn't have a vehicle. I said, well, we're going to take him out to eat. I want to drive your car. And so we did. We took him out to eat. And it was decided after we were done taking him out to eat that I would be the person to take him back to his sleeping place, which at the time there was a lady named Sister Giles. She always wanted to house and take care of him when he came to that church. And so I came in there, drove him to eat, and then took him back to her home. Well, after taking him back to her home, he says, come on in, let's talk. You can't even imagine being 18, 19 years of age. This person is killing it, and they're saying to you, come on in, let's talk.
So you basically had a date, and yo said, you want to come in?
And so I did. I went in. We sat down at a very long dining room table in a room that she had. And for 2 hours, it was unbelievable. Pouring of heart, crying, him talking about my father. We talking about these scenarios. And I inwardly just knew I had finally found someone who could get it.
You know, like, yo, when a lot of people, think about a lot of times when we find God, right? We find him in prison. We find him when the light bill about to get cut off. We find him when we lose somebody. We find him for the most part when things are going wrong. Because when things are going right, nobody thinking about God, whichever one you serve. Nobody's thinking about him because everything's good. There's no sorrow. Some people, after they find God, when things are good, they give praise and thanks, right? But like if you never found God and then you find him, it's always you're injured, your spirit is bruised, something happened, right? Or it's somebody trying to introduce you to God, but they hiding behind God because they have an ulterior motive. And what you see in a lot of cases, people use God to prey on people because 9 times out of 10, something is going on that they're broken, right? And not everybody, but those wolves look through the sheeps and see which one they could take. And that's what's happening here. And it happens a lot, whether you're a young man, a young woman, even adults.
Who understood. I'm sitting at this table, and for the first time talking to any man, I got tears coming down my face because somebody gets me. Somebody understood what I was going through. Well,
and that's the male version of telling another male everything he want to hear so he could sleep with him. And see what he's doing now, he's trying to paint the picture so you can understand how did he get in this situation. As a teenager, this is T.D. Jakes, right? You see him with Puffy. You see him on the big stage at the mega churches in the South, preaching, traveling around. Everybody look at him like he's the image of God. So, to a certain degree, this young man is starstruck. That's what he's explaining to you. Now, in hindsight, we can all say, well, man, but how you, what's the name? Because, but it happens. Like T.D. Jakes, if this is true, he knew how to pick them. And it's alleged he's got something going on with the Puffy thing. That he's on one of these videos. And you know what? You fill in the blank.
Sitting there and having this long discourse with him, I finally look at my watch and I'm like, oh my goodness, I got to go. I got to get this car back to my mother. She's going to kill me. So I said to Bishop, I got to get up. And I got up from the table. He got up from the table. He walked around toward the way I had to exit quicker than I got over there. And when I started to walk past him, he pulled me to himself. wrapped his arms around me, and tried to kiss me. And in that moment, I literally died.
Jesus Christ. Yo, try to take it. What is it that these guys feel like they just gotta not have sex, or they want to have sex with boys? Like, if you gay, be gay. Just, you can't. See, the thing is, the problem is, like, you, because it preach against it, that you can't leave with a man. Men can't leave with men. Women can't leave with women. You can't sleep with, like, your aunt. It's so much stuff. It's not just that. It's so much stuff in there that don't nobody follow. So they say, no, we not under this old tyrant God. We're under this new covenant where it's this grace, right? So we just don't really change our ways. For some people, we don't change our ways. We just, well, we are working progress. And that's what they be into the end of time. And they just hope they get grace based on that. Cause I'm just carnal minded and all these other things, when this has some fucking discipline. It's just that simple. Just don't do it. It's not, just don't do it. Whatever it is, but that's another discussion. And this is not an attack on anyone's faith, or I promise you, I'm not trying to disrespect it, right? But dang, I lost my train of thought. That's the cloud opening up, shutting me down. Arr. But if you want to live a lifestyle, live a lifestyle. Just don't try to do it within the confines of that, because that's what you is. Because there's no reason why you trying to sleep with a man when you're a representation of the information that you present, and you're doing opposite. Don't try to explain it away or reinterpret it to mean something else when it says you can't leave with a man. That's what it says, right? Or deny yourself women. It don't say that. You just gotta get married. Pay the dowry. Go to our father. Hey, I want to marry you. Just follow the rules that's in it. If you don't want to be in it, get out of it. But don't try to bend it to you. It's two ways. This is how it works. The Torah is the Torah. The laws are the laws. The statutes, commandments. It says what it says. You're going to fall on either one side of it, the good or the bad. And the things that you weak on, you fall on the bad side, just pray for forgiveness and try to change it. If you're a Christian, every time you do the same thing over and over, you're killing Christ again. You're killing him over and over again. If you an Israelite, you on Yom Kippurim, you fast. But in anything, you truly repent and change your ways. And this is what people wrestle with sexuality, because now there's so many questions about sexuality and where we fall. And, what people are born with, different genders. Is just so much stuff out here that nobody knows the answer to. So it conflicts with this. So you say, well, I believe in God, but am I welcome because of this? And then you don't want to close the doors on those people, because they might sleep the way they sleep, but everything else is fine. Because you could be a person that don't sleep that way and everything else is chaos, but the doors is open to you because you don't sleep that way, because you can hide the other stuff. Like, if you're in a relationship with somebody the same sex, you really can't hide that if they don't want to be hidden. And that don't mean that you don't have the right to believe in God. So therein lies the question. And that's what people wrestle with. I'm not going to say how people should live their life, because it's not my business. I'm just speaking on this and what it says versus what people do, and how we just bend things around. And that's not me condemning anybody, because I'm not perfect myself. I might not sleep a certain type of way, but I might have other problems. Who knows? I'm just not discussing them here. But I think he may have to step from leadership and just live his life the way he want to live it. That way you ain't got to hide. You gotta try to sneak dudes in there and prey on them, thinking you got them because you done got them crying and all that, and then you just like, boom, the wolf jumping on the sheep. You get this man a kiss. You invite him upstairs and give him a kiss. Man, you tweaking. Keep your lips to yourself. But I think a lot of people think with religion because like that be like the thing, right? And in certain countries where is that's the rule of law, they're putting people to sleep forever because of that. So they live in secret. Again, that's not me or that's not my view. Um, because when it comes to that, I have a lot of people in my family that I love to death and I'll die for and live for that live a certain type of way, and that's their life. They ain't bad people. So, but that's the conflict he have. I don't know how it all worked. It's kind of oil and water when it comes to that and other things. But that's up to y'all to take it up with the Most High, not me.
Just remember that same woman that's making you wait like 3 to 4 months while you court her to sleep with you. Just know that that same woman has someone in mind that she would sleep with on the first date. This is the same woman that will preach that her standards are so high, but this same woman will give up her standards for the right guy. And when you think about it, it all makes sense because that's why there's so many single mothers and so many deadbeats out there, because women will be easy for the men that they like. They'll never tell you this because they don't want to come off as skanky or 304s or women that give it up too easily. So next time you're putting in all this effort and you're trying to respect her boundaries that she magically pulled out of her ass, just know, like I said, that there is a man out there that she would gladly give it up to immediately or on the first date if she felt like he was the right guy. Which means you're not the right guy. You don't need to do all that. Women are easy for the men that they like. Okay, bye.
Bars. Man, she hit the nail on the head. It's like, you'll meet a chick would be, y'all be on the dating apps, y'all on Tinder, y'all on Plenty of Fish, and she meets you, whatever, you nice or whatever, and just because she like you, she ain't trying to give you no pussy. I like him, I'm gonna take things slow. Meanwhile, uh, Axel calling her, look, can I come over and smash tonight? She said to herself, I'm gonna let Axel keep scratching that itch. That way I could take things slow with this guy and build a rapport with him and let him know that I'm a nice lady and I'm wife material. Meanwhile, Axel is ripping her back out while you're buying her flowers, taking on dates. Good morning, sweetheart. Good evening. How was your day, Texas? That's what you're doing while Axel is ripping her back out, right? That's typically how it is. But in all fairness, right? When you meet somebody, you can't expect them to cut off everybody they've been messing with just because they met you. They don't know where it's going to go. They don't know where it's going to go. Y'all can go on that first date and the vibe is off. So typically, it don't matter if you're male or female, people going to keep people in the tuck. They might be talking to 3 or 4 people at a time. Some people get tired of that, then they try to do one person at a time because there's a lot to manage. When you start to growing in these relationships with these people, now you got to talk to this person for an hour, that person for an hour. You don't have no fucking time for yourself, or they start fucking conflicting. They calling while you on the phone with the other person, and automatically the other person catching the vibe like, oh, she probably talking to such and such or somebody, or a woman gonna automatically think that if you don't click over, because women typically got the leverage in the beginning of the situation because you're trying to smash. You're trying to prove yourself. It's always the women with, unless you're a celebrity or something, you're famous, you got a few dollars. Women always had the leverage in the beginning. You're proving yourself. Unless you just him, period. You just so handsome. They just gonna come to you. And you're like, sure, I'm gonna call you back. All right, call me back. And then she call you, you send her the voicemail, and she'll keep calling. But if you the average Joe Schmo, you think you're doing that, shorty gonna bounce. You know what I mean? Dude, she got lined up. Who's trying to holler at her every day? If you still think that that like a chick that you meet won't smash somebody else real fast. Like let's we live in reality. It's people out here that's that handsome to women. Like all that'll go out the window. But the thing is, I mean, I think the only side to this is like if you're him, if you're that guy that everybody's on pussy, it's just what it is. That's what you used to. That's just. I mean, life ain't fair. The law of attraction, it is what it is. Like that's not a shot. Like you just fall where you fall at in the food chain. So at least with men, so the way we combat that, right? We overcompensate in other areas, right? So let's say we might not, when she see us, she gonna give us pussy immediately. How do we change that as men? So a lot of times we go to the gym, try to look good. Or let's say we don't want to go to the gym. We just buy clothes. We try to dress real nice. We lead with money. We try to go out here and be successful. Some of us just not even successful. We just buy clothes and, hey, baby, look at me. I got this car payment and I got clothes on. I look slick. Like, I could front for a while till you get to know me and realize I'm full of shit. And then you got the guy who go to the gym and that's all he do. Now he try to lead with his muscles and his hammer and his health. Like I'm attractive. I'm physically attractive. I could take my shirt off or I look good in a shirt. You know what I mean? So that's how we balance it out. Or you just might be him all the way around and you got waves. You Chad. You go to the gym and you dress, you got the finance, everything in order. When you got all the elements, that's when the standards go out the window. But as men, we understand that. It's not a secret. We know somebody get the pussy. We seen them before. We walk past them. We might know them. You can't even get in the conversations that he had. Man, I just met Susie, boy, blah, blah, blah. Whole time you like Susie. Susie won't even look your way. The gym taking too long to get that chest off your ribs. You know what I mean? So we understand that. It's just what it is. Everybody can. That's why certain people, you'll see a certain guy. That's why he get a certain girl. It's just that simple. Life is not fair. And she not wrong, but she's just letting men know that don't know. But if you think that you're doing all this, is a dude out here, is a dude right now that could fuck your wife. She just ain't run across him yet. He smell good. He look a certain type of way, and she'll forget about you. They gonna say no, and that's what she talking about. He exists. You lucky the planet the size it is that she won't cross paths with this dude, but he'll fuck her. And for you, if somebody is a chick right now that any dude could do that to, because it's Tiz. It's Tiz. I ain't gonna say it like that. It's a chick that ain't as attractive and a guy who ain't Chad, but he's Kevin, he's Keith, but he can slide through. She's gonna forget Ralph. It's Tiz. So what men do, that's why we peacock. We lead with the things that we have. We overcompensate. He might be on the heavy side, but he could dress. A nigga keep his head cut. And then it's like women start fucking negotiating within themselves. He all right. They start finding the good shit about him. Because when they looking at the other shit. Or he could be all those things and have a shitty ass job. He could look good, smell good, could dress, but he ain't have no promise in future. But when you got all the infinity rings, Thanos, oh my God, you're smashing. It's just like that 2 years though, you bored with it. You don't even want to do it no more. Now you just trying to get to know the chick. But you just started smashing everything. That's just the laws of nature. But if you that naive to think that the chick that you working hard for ain't let somebody smash, yeah, I'm sorry. I could guarantee every chick, she's speaking from experience. Every chick done let that. It done happen. He might not have been super Chad either, dude. Not the ultimate, the final boss Chad. But your chick and the chicks that's watching, the women that's watching, I'm telling you, somebody got him, and he exists. They seen him. Like he said, if somebody ain't mine, that they'll smash. And you can argue with yourself. Say, no, not my chick. I got the money. Boy, I'm telling you, you can have the money. That's why the pool dude be fucking rich niggas' wives. Cause you might not be a looker and you trying to overcompensate with other things, but you just really don't flow her boat. But the pool dude with the 6-pack and the nice tan wanna have Becky crawling. Is the dude on the job? They everywhere? And that goes both ways. So I'm just saying, man, it is what it is. That's where discipline comes in. That's where discipline comes. You can't just be fucking everybody. You can't be doing that. It's nasty. Just spreading yourself out like that. Because in one instance, society tell us that's how we supposed to be as men. It's about body count. But it's really not. And we need to look past physical to a certain degree and material things to get the right person. So it's a lot of things as you grow and mature and you have a little bit of life experience, you realize a lot of that shit is bullshit. It is. And the stuff that really matters is in here. That's all I got to say on that. But that was funny.